Because it could be a defining week for Igor Tudor at Tottenham Hotspur. The Champions League could provide some respite from their Premier League struggles. They face Atletico Madrid tomorrow night in the away leg of their last 16 tie before heading to Anfield to face Liverpool on Super Sunday. Our reporter Gary Cottrell is at the Spurs training ground. Right, Gary, we'll be getting a look at the players in training today and hearing from Igor Tudor. Could you talk us through the plans for the day?
Yeah, I wonder what their warm-up techniques are going to be. In about an hour and a half here when we see the first 15 minutes or so of training ahead of this big Champions League game. Listen, it was Valentine's Day, wasn't it, when Igor Tudor was confirmed by Spurs as the latest head coach here at the club. But it's hardly been a honeymoon since, has it? 3 weeks, 3 games, 3 defeats. 3 goals scored, 3 times as many goals conceded, and in danger of being in the bottom 3. And frankly, there are some, including myself, I have to say, who are surprised that he's even in charge for this training session and this match. Because I was at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Thursday. It was beginning to empty at half-time. It was half full by the full-time whistle, so the boos weren't as loud as they could have been because there weren't as many fans around. But members of the hierarchy reportedly abused as well in their posh seats by fans around them, and that won't be allowed to happen too often. In the post-match news conference, I put it to Igor Tudor directly: will you still be in that seat? Will you be there again for the next match? Of course, he will be in a Tottenham Hotspur head coach press conference seat over in Madrid later on today. So the answer to that question was yes, but for how much longer? He'll be hoping that the Champions League provides him with the kind of break from the pressure that it provided Thomas Frank, because the Champions League form kept Thomas Frank in a job, didn't it, frankly, longer than many of us expected. But Igor Tudor, as he prepares to get a bus and then fly out to Madrid for a news conference later on today and that match against Atletico Madrid tomorrow, not got the best record in Europe. He's a firefighter extraordinaire, but not when it comes to the Champions League. 9 games in the Champions League, and he's won only 2 of them. So yeah, here at Hotspur Way, in about an hour and a half, we'll see some training, and we'll be trying to find out whether or not Igor Tudor could find a way to turn things around, first of all in Madrid, and then, as you say, at Anfield at the weekend. Tense times for Spurs fans, for Spurs players, and for the Spurs manager.
Yeah, OK, Gary, thank you. So it's good morning to Tim Sherwood, a former Spurs manager, of course. On Friday, the morning after that defeat against Crystal Palace, I came into work thinking they might make another change here, Tottenham. Now, they didn't. Igor Tudor is still in charge. But is this now a defining week? Atletico Madrid, Liverpool away.